Hello, I'm Ginka Sequoia and I am author of the book The Tree Mystic. This is the second section on homes. They're building their new home in India and they're talking about possessions, furniture and creating spare bedrooms. The conversation goes like this. After some solemn words, Solly knew what to do in order to make the room airy again. Now, Apolline, can you tell us how we should keep our new home tidy? We should tidy up as we go along. Perhaps. The clutter of our home is like the clutter of our mind. It is something to be avoided. The emptier our home and our minds, the easier it is for God to work through us. The results of this will be evident in our cakes, our paints, our music, our gardening and our writing. I think that you are telling us that we should have as little furniture as possible. No, I am telling you that you need to imagine yourself being happy living in a simple home. Apolline scrunched up her nose. Does that mean that furniture and furnishings are not important? No, not at all. The right type of tables will bring us together. Sitting on mats will keep us earthed. Handmade stripy rugs will charge our bare feet as we walk across them. If there is less furniture, does that mean that there will be less for us to be attached to? That is a good question. The answer is no. You will either be attached or not attached to material things, regardless of how many you have. Having possessions is not an issue. However, being attached to possessions will cause you suffering. Focus on creating the right spaces, not collecting clutter. I said before, if we create space for unexpected visitors, they are more likely to arrive. We must also set aside some space for those things that we haven't thought about. Then Apolline spoke. Solly, how do you think that we should lay out the 5 bedrooms? I think that it is more important to ask where the spare bedroom should be. Can we afford a spare bedroom? Solly beamed. Sit down for a second, Apolline. As she did, his voice became more velvety. My mother told me that you do not need to wait until you can afford children before you have them. She also said that if you build a spare bedroom, it is more likely that an extra head will find a way to its pillow. This is what I'm talking about when I mentioned preparing for unexpected visitors. However, in truth, my mother's message about an extra bedroom is really just a spiritual metaphor. Apolline tucked her hair behind her ears and listened to Solly's next words very carefully. To find our godliness, we must build faith within ourselves. We must have faith that we can do incredible things, godlike things. We must also expect. To expect, we build momentum. The way that we build momentum is to build the right things, even before we have worked out exactly what they might be needed for. However, we are going to do much more than just build a spare bedroom. We are going to build our home without fixed form. Then, like love, there will be no limits to its capacity. Her brow crumpled. She was confused. His teeth gleamed. We will do the same with our home as we do with our bodies. We will invite God inside. Our homes and our bodies will become amoebas, or formless lords. They will be buses whose route is not defined by predetermined stops. Our buses or our homes will stop to pick up whoever is in need. Buses that will change their shape to accommodate whatever needs to be accommodated. They will be made for sharing. That's all on that little extract on homes, but there is more about what we might furnish our homes to make them more spiritual. And the theme of the amoeba, or that thread, not only carries through into the story, we see why he said that with some of the biggest surprises in the story. If you're interested, you can buy the book. It's at Amazon or thetreemystic.com. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Goodbye.